All right, let's do it. Pisces on Pisces, pun intended. Let's go. Happy Libra season. The sun is inside of the sign of Libra. The sun is a luminary, which influences focus. Libra is what's expressed, which is relationships, balance, partnerships that give reciprocity, and terms, coming to terms and conditions. What are our rules? What do we have in store for each other? What do we want for each other? What do we want for ourselves as well? But what do we want for ourselves in the mix that we want things for each other? You know what I'm saying? That's what Libra is about. Before I get too deep into this, I want to say that I took the transitional planets out of these relationship forecasts because I want you to focus more on the personal planets and how they impact the person rather than focusing on or being distracted potentially by the transitions, right? Because you might stop focusing on your partner and stop focusing on yourself in order to transition. You know what I'm saying? You might skip a step. So pay attention to what I'm saying. If you want to have additional commentary, reach me at Benjamin Bugs on Instagram. You can shoot me a message there, or get in the comment section like we normally do. Just don't try to turn it into a reading. All right, don't do me like that because I'm gonna ask you for money. I'm not even gonna hold my tongue. All right. So now that that's out of the way, Pisces, what we doing? So first off, right, the sun is in the 8th house for both of us. So what's going on in the sex department, right? I'm looking at my Pisces like this, yo. And I ain't mentioned it in full gear when I did the whole other signs and stuff like that. But Pisces, I think this is enchanting enough to discuss with you. Like, I want some real groundbreaking, transformative sex. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I want this to be worth it. Like, sell me on it. I'm gonna sell you on it too. Like, what are we gonna do when we do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing it for, right? Because, you know, 8th house has a lot of financial obligations, and child support is one of them. So are we making children? I don't know about you, but I'm over 40 laps around the sun. Yeah, I just told my age. I don't care about that. I love this shit. You understand what I'm saying? I love the lapping around the sun shit. So my point being is I don't have plans on bringing more life here. You understand what I'm saying? So do you, Pisces? I'm asking you right now, what is your focus? And if not, then when you really doing sex for sport, right? We doing this shit regular day. Like, what we doing? If we doing it for sport, let me know. It could be between you and I, and it should be because of this 8th house stuff. Secrets, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, if we're not doing it immediately right now, you want to pause, you want to wait because it's supposed to be that transformative and you want to raise some kundalini energy and stuff like that. I'm with that shit. I could practice abstinence and all that. You know what I mean? I could raise my kundalini. I do it often. So it's really up my alley. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not trying to get strangled at the nuts to the point where I'm having prostate problems. You understand what I'm talking about? So if I got rub one now, send me your tits. That's what I'm thinking about when I'm talking about my Pisces partner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so pretty much like that. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to force myself into a sexual agreement with Pisces right now when there's so much big picture stuff on the line. You know what I mean? And it's more challenging for me to talk with other signs about this than it is with Pisces because I know that they're going through the same stuff that I'm going through. So like I said, it's heavy financial responsibilities in the 8th house, and sex is like that one thing that sort of like runs away from it. Like, oh, I just want to forget about all of this. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like sometimes that could be irresponsible. You dig? So let's take care of these 8th house obligations first before we get into that. You know what I mean? And those things are vast, right? We're talking about insurance. We're talking about debt. We're talking about, you know, whether it's student debt, whether it's car debt, whether it's house debt, any debt. And I'm not saying debt is bad. It's what you make of it. You know what I'm saying? However, at the same time, the management of other people's money and finances and stuff like that, tax allocations, is very important to the bigger picture because should you fumble the bag in those areas, it's very challenging to repair and it's very challenging to foster relationships when you put that type of energy out. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where the focus is for Pisces on Pisces right now. You know what I'm saying? And I guess it's no longer a secret, right? Because I put it out there. But what I'm saying is this, right? Let's talk about the planet Mercury, because Mercury is the sun's secretary. So we should be able to be positively impacted by what Mercury influences, which is talking, which is learning and the processing of the information that we learn, right? So Mercury won't force us to think about Virgo things because Mercury is in Virgo for us. However, it would suggest these thoughts will fester, and whether we move on them or not is totally up to us, right, Pisces? So I would say during the Mercury retrograde to really think before we speak to each other about what it is that we are going to do with each other as far as being obligated to each other, because it's the seventh house for us. So we should take this serious, not as a fifth house construct or situation, but as a seventh house construct or situation that says, all right, we're obligated to this thing that we're doing, that we're going to do, or we're already doing. Therefore, listen to those thoughts that can empower that situation, and with that comes being discretion, using discretion, being critical of one another at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you expect to get X, Y, and Z out of this if you moving like A, B, and C? Like, the math ain't mathing. So we gotta possibly check each other. I'm looking at my Pisces like I gotta check you, or I gotta reel you in and bring you back into this agreement that we're on to. But gotta keep in mind, Pisces, that Mercury is retrograde right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we might want to hold back on actually explaining those things to each other because it just ain't time yet. We might have to do some more looking and more analytics before we can fully say, okay, look, got it now. I knew it was something that was disturbing me, preventing me from saying what I want to say about this, but now I got it. It's clicked. Everything is put in order now, because that's what Virgo does, right? It gets to moving the moving parts around, adjusting, doing the tweaks, assessing, and saying, look, I got it perfected now. The reason why this shit wasn't working the way we initially set it out to work was because this was missing, that was missing, this needed to be added, and now it's all here. I got it. Now what do you think about it? You know what I'm saying? Does it seem balanced now? That's how I'm looking at Pisces at. You know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, the more effectively we do that in the sign of Virgo, the more effectively our sex life is going to get. You know what I'm saying? The more effectively the 8th house is going to get. Should I say that? You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, the focus is on relationships on Libra, right? Balancing and stuff out. But we got to get critical with ourselves and with each other in order for that to be empowered to a level that transforms us. Like, I want some real shit going on. You understand what I'm saying? I'm the regular degular shit and just, fucking because we can and all that. It's like, I feel more, you know what I'm saying? I feel more empowered lately. I feel more high value lately. I'm just keeping it a beam with you. You know what I'm saying, Pisces? So if you're on that same shit with me, if you resonating at that level as well, you know what I'm saying? Reach out to your boy. But that's how I'm looking at my Pisces. I'm just keeping it a beam with y'all. So Pisces viewers, I know I'm having fun and shit right now, but that's how y'all should be looking at things. I'm just keeping it a beam, But let's get to the planet Venus, which is next. And Venus will influence attraction, money, and harmonious interactions. All right? Now, Venus is also inside of Virgo. So we can actually have some Pisces on Pisces right now because it's inside of the 7th house. But, hold on now. But, see, I got excited myself. Let me pump the brakes, because just because it's in the 7th house doesn't mean that sex is going to be the best, because 7th house means partnerships, right? It might be better to focus on the partnerships that we are solely getting money with and not in the sheets with, because that'll bring more money, right? That strengthens more relationships. The focus is on relationships, which is in the 8th house. And we should be thinking about these relationships that we're building inside of the 7th house to be under wraps, like this underworld, this occult sect of people that assist each other in getting money, because the 8th house is where our relationships reside under the sun sign horoscope. And I think Pisces, well, no, I can't even say that, because I know some Pisces that really, they show that they know this. They don't speak that they know this. So let me pump the brakes on that. I was going to accuse you, but no. So I'm just talking about the Pisces that don't understand the mechanics of the business world and the mechanics of actually establishing relationships that result in the money house, the 8th house, to where it'll be wise to keep those things under wraps, or not, being outspoken and feeling wounded because of the financial situation in the world and stuff like that. Sometimes Pisces could wear they feelings on their sleeves and be like, man, fuck the system and all that. It's just like, come on, you smarter than that. You know how this shit goes. If you know the deep shit within the system, you ain't even got to worry about the system, right or wrong. So that's how I'm looking at my Pisces. You know what I'm saying? Pump the brakes on that Venus in the 7th house being on some sex shit, because when Venus goes in the 8th house, that's where sex really is. You know what I'm saying? And Venus rules over Libra, and for us, Libra is in the 8th house. So what we really doing, Pisces? You understand what I'm saying? You feel me, right? Of course you fucking feel me. I know you do. Damn, that shit is beautiful, because it's just beautiful to figure these things out and remind yourself of these things. As an astrologer, I can sometimes forget these things because I work for so many different people and I do readings for so many different signs and combinations, to where I got to really actually go back to my video and be like, oh shit, right, word. Or I got to open up a book real quick and be like, oh shit, yeah, word, Pisces, I forgot about me. Typical Pisces shit. But Pisces, this is what I'm saying. We could put that Venus in the 7th house and clapping cheek shit on the back burner to focus more on the strengthening of relationships, a harmonious relationships, on how we get money. You know what I'm saying? With each other as well. If we're in that type of relationship where we get money together, cool. You know what I'm saying? Cool. But we don't have to let sex be a distraction from the bigger picture. Let's really make it make sense. And with it being in the sign of Virgo, we should really be making it make sense, because that's the sign of Virgo's expression. You know what I'm saying? Make this sex stuff makes sense. Why are y'all interacting with each other again? Let me know. Oh, okay. I thought so. All right. Yeah. Wait till calm down, you kids. Wait until it gets into the sign of Libra. Then you can go at each other and flip each other upside down and eat each other's ass and all that. Huh? So anyway, we got to also think about what we attract, right? So Pisces, this is the time to pour it on. If you're going to present yourself in the public eye, 7th house is the public arena. And so what? We might create some enemies right now just by being us, just by looking the way that we look, just by behaving the way that we behave, just by speaking the way that we speak, just by looking the way that we look, just by looking the way that we look. I'm saying that again and again and again, because we're attractive, and we we just attract shit. You know what I'm saying? And in 7th house, that's what it does. Sometimes you're going to get people that hate on you. You eat a banana, be like, yo, I don't like that shit, And we got to deal with it. And we don't always come out all the time. But when we do, we're going to put on that shit, perhaps, maybe, Or we're going to make it look good doing what we do. Even if we're not trying to be outlandish, we're just going to have that aura about it. People might even be like, yo, that's a Pisces. They are Pisces. I know they are Pisces, or whatever. You know what I mean? So we got to be mindful of what we're attracting, because it's going to do us some justice when it comes to establishing these relationships that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So or the outsiders looking in may look at that, oh, y'all putting on the front, y'all doing it for the gram, or whatever the case may be. Duh. Because if we're doing critical analysis of ourselves, Virgo being hard on ourselves, and we're saying, you know what, I could do better in this arena if I, put a fucking feather in my head like Kevin Gates or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that I'm an Indian. I'm a fucking indigenous Indian for real. Like, maybe I should do that shit too. I'm not fucking appropriating somebody else's culture. This is my shit. So, it's just a small example of what I'm saying. You know what I mean? But if the next person try to knock it and be like, oh no, fuck that, you ain't, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to do what I need to do in the public eye, in the public arena, to get my tribe, because we going in an underground bunker after this any fucking way, because the 8th house is where Libra for relationships is. So you think I really care? Shit. In a way, though, we will be caring, though, Pisces, because Virgo is a sign that cares about what other people think. And this is opposite of us, of course. You know this already, but still, transits produce this type of energy to where it can even make you uncomfortable and be like, man, I don't give a fuck. But then it's just like, okay, maybe if I look at this, like I said, let me just put the fucking feather in my head. You know what I mean? But we got to look at attraction, right? Money is a byproduct, Pisces. I'm looking at my Pisces partner like, yo, this is a byproduct, meaning Money should be expended on other people. People that give back, not the people that take and don't give back. Stop giving them. So I'm looking at my chick like, look, chick, enough of that shit. All right? And I mean, the collection plate and all that shit comes to an end right now. Because you see the lies, the deceit, all of the bullshit that's going on. No more. God damn it, no more. It's you and me. It's me and you. God damn it. All right? So money should be circulated to the people who give back to you. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? We look about Mars energy. We're talking about replenishing ourselves. We're going to get into that in a minute. But I just want to make that point, yo. When we circulating that dollar, that Venus money, we only fucking with the people that make it reciprocal, right? Harmonious interactions. That's what I'm looking at for my Pisces. And when I look at my Pisces. Now let's get into Mars. Mars influences action, desire, protecting the things that you have, and protecting the thoughts, or protecting what you're about to go get. And also desire. So I'm looking at my Pisces people like this. I'm looking at my Pisces chick like this, yo. Do you right? If you right, I want to know about it. Not immediate. Don't hold on. When Mercury goes direct, I want to know about it. If you don't hit me up first, I'm hitting you up first. Flat out. And I want to know what we writing. I want to know what we're talking about. Are we doing podcasting? Are we doing music? Are we singing? Are we using our voice box in some type of way to communicate to people? I'm going to hit you up. If you don't hit me up first, I'm hitting you up. Because this is a 7-month stretch that we can really take advantage of, because our creativity, our vision, if we could make a vision board of what we want to see in motion picture sense or whatever the case may be, I know that's up my alley. That's my next move. When this series is done, I'm attending to my other business. You feel me? So this is a 7-month stretch that we could really take advantage of and put the desire. I got a desire to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at my Pisces chick like, yo, you got a desire to do this too? We're going to do this shit for real this time. We're going to be passionate about it because Mars is there. We're going to have the energy to do it because Mars is there. It's in Gemini. This is the time to write. This is the time to communicate, consolidate our thoughts, the ideal ones that is outside the box that people are going to think we're fucking crazy for. We're going to do that shit anyway. We're going to be taking short distance trips in the community. If we're long distance, that's cool. We still got an online community. I'm going to hit you up. I'm going to bother you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the season, it's the transit, it's the time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be passionate about this shit. So what? We might clash because you might have this perspective and I might have this perspective, but we going to make that shit work to where we connect, right? Gemini is a connecting sign. We going to find common ground in here somehow and say, you know what? Your fire is fiery and my fire is fiery, and we going to make that shit work somehow. We might just write a story about two people going at each other. Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Until they, you know how it be sometimes when you get into it with somebody you just meet, you're like, yo, fuck that. I don't like, what's up? And then they be on the same shit, and then y'all end up being best fucking friends. You be like, yo, remember when we first met? Like, yeah, I ain't like you. We was about to get it in. Or we fuck around and did have a fight, and now look at this shit. Like, we mad cool and shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like that. So we maybe possibly be able to put together a creative project that, you know, produces and provides that. And not for nothing, doing this together, Pisces, means that we're leaving legacy. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that we build in this area, we're both leaving legacy. It's 4th house shit. So, you know, although Mars falls in the 4th house, we can still make it do what it do by putting out a lot of energy into it, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I mean about the Gemini energy, which we can take advantage of. Gemini is not like a separatist sign. It says, come together, let's bring this together. So it empowers the 4th house. If 2 juggernauts can get inside that 4th house and make something happen for that long of a stretch, then baby, listen, we could have a house, we could have a home, we could have a building, we could have, or just big savings accounts. You know what I'm saying? To the point where we'll be secure in what it is that we do, and we could do it on a continuous basis because we're secure. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be outlandish. We don't need a mansion, Pisces, and you know that shit. You know what I'm saying? We could have what we have and be secure enough to do the things that we love and not be a cog in somebody's machine. You know we love that. If anything, that's what we're fighting for all our lives, right? That's the fuck I'm talking about, ma. So That's how I'm looking at my Pisces chick. And Pisces, let's enjoy this Libra season. This just closes it out because we are the 12th sign. We are the last sign. So everybody enjoy your fucking Libra season. I'm out of here.